You think you know how the world works? You think that this material universe is all there is? But what if I told you the reality you know is one of many?
We're opening the portal to the Doctor Strange review. Welcome back to Defortification, the show by geeks for geeks. We're here today to talk about Doctor Strange. So what did you think?
Fucking amazing movie. Probably top 3 of my Marvel movies.
I agree, it's definitely within my top 5. The movie was great. Had a lot more comedy to it than I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
From what I remember of the character, he wasn't a comedian. He was very serious.
I think his humor in the comics was meant to fall on purpose. When Doctor Strange would tell a joke, it would fall flat, and that was the comedy of it. As far as the cast goes,
Amazing.
yeah, I thought it was good. I think the supporting cast was as strong as the main cast, which is very rare in a movie like this.
The supporting cast got as much screen time and exposition as main characters did. They didn't feel like tacked on, I'm only here to be here.
Mm-hmm. The villain was actually great. He wasn't an underdeveloped villain. Honestly, there was a point where, I think I was actually going to turn. I was like, I kind of want to join his side because he's right.
Yeah, he had a very convincing argument for what he was doing. And you can almost see it in Doc Strange's face. He's almost like, I kind of see where you're coming from. That's probably not going to work in our best interest to tie to this guy.
Of the Marvel villains, I would say number 2 or 3. I mean, Winter Soldier's number 2, in my opinion. Loki for number 1.
Yeah.
And then probably him. That's the problem with Marvel, is underdeveloped villains. This one did not have that problem. Wong, hilarious. Not just comic relief, but actually throws down and was not his typical comic book character. Plot-wise, written-wise, was the story, were you able to follow it from beginning to end? Was it something you were convinced of?
Yeah, I was never lost.
The threat was a convincing threat.
Yeah, it was a convincing threat. I was never lost in the film. It was really good, A to B to C.
Especially with how much, with the special effects, that made it, that would normally we would have gotten lost with the characters. We would have been who's fighting now? What's happening? No, we're like, oh, I know why that guy's fighting and I know what he's doing. There were side fights that were almost as interesting as the main fight.
Yes.
That's what I thought was cool. So
definitely go see Doctor Strange.
Absolutely. Worth seeing in the theaters. Definitely worth seeing. Check out our spoiler review after you've seen the movie. If you haven't, then stick with this one. That's what it's here for.